I don't know if this canvas is square. Feels like it. It should be like that, but it's off there. I'll have to measure that. So I think I'm going to work with some pinks and yellows today. This is, I have two canvases left of the 20 by 20 size. Sorry about all the traffic there. And I drew in some lines here, but I'm not really sure. This one is very cloud-like, so maybe I know I had some in here kind of doing some, rule of thirds thing, but maybe I'll go through the rule of thirds with some kind of strata type of things here, or strata, which is, we'll just see what happens here. Anyway, I have two canvases left. I have 11 20 by 20 canvases. So I have two left to paint, and I only have 10 frames, so I'll probably eliminate one. And it was a little bit inspired by a painting I recently saw that was actually part of this grant. I invited two other artists to paint one of the made-up words. And I'm not going to tell you what that word is, because I think I want to invite 2 or 3, if I could get a few more artists to paint on the same size canvas as they did, which was just an 8 by 8, and then also use oils. So I'm thinking about inviting a couple of people to the house and do what the other two did. So actually, if I got 3 other artists, I'd have 6. It'd be kind of cool to get 10, or actually 9, because then they could be hung as their own little square, which would be a nice little addition to the whole exhibit. So it would have tools, original tool, like the hammer, and then the hammer with the drawing on top. These in between, another tool, so tool, apparition, tool set, apparition, and then I have a larger apparition that I did that I'm going to include with this exhibit. And anyway, so that's kind of where I'm at. Ooh, I'm liking that. This is, I'm stuck in this, what looks like a cloud formation, and so I want to try and avoid that. So I'm going to, but it's okay to use it for how I'm, well, that was fun. Oh dear. So I can still make some divisions though with that, which might happen right this very minute here. Just a quick it's not the color I want to be using. You can see that. I'm going to just see if I can't take most of that off. Yeah, much better. So I joined another online group. It's actually on Facebook. And it's with a doctor. A lot of the I believe she's from the UK. And so I really like the group, though it's a little bit more discussion based. I have to go back in and read some of the earlier posts to maybe respond to some stuff there. But anyway, she was pretty interested in this project. And so a little shout out there, I guess. So I haven't posted anything or have done a video in a while because I was away from my home, and even though I took paints with me, I did 3 paintings of this size, it was not an ideal situation to set up to stream because I would have had to do a lot of additional hauling and setup, and I just wasn't in that frame of mind. So back to the little paintings that I had my friends do, actually more family, but both are artists. And we all did the same word, and we went at the beginning, we just didn't let each other really look a lot. And then it was fascinating to see how different they were. Color choices completely different as far as what they look like, even though it's a made-up word. But there were some similarities in some ways. So Thought that was really fascinating. But like I said, I got to get a couple other people to join in that. Or I would like to. And I have a couple of people in mind. And I'm hoping that they can come to the house. I'll make them lunch. And they can paint this object, and I'll feed them. I think it'd be really fun. And I decided not to go live because of the issues I've had. So, although I'm narrating through this, not enough people were catching me live. So, it's okay. It's sometimes I think it's the adjustments you need when you're doing a grant or something, because you just do best what's for what the situation is, And since I'm not editing these but I don't have following, just makes more sense to trim it down, for me, to make it more successful in this part of it. Is what I really wanted to do is, and if I took the time, I suppose I could learn it all, but that wasn't the goal of the grant. Even though that's hot pink right there, it's almost, this is where like a shape of a lake, could easily fit in, hillside. But I think I might just throw in there seems to be something almost forming in here too. because these are going in floater frames, it's nice to have the edges painted, at least partially in there, so that it doesn't show. So what I'm doing is I'm using up a little bit of this paint. I want to switch over to some yellows, but there was a lot of paint on there, so I'm kind of using that up. A lot of noise out here today. I don't know if you could hear those little kids, but I see an airplane where I live. We don't see airplanes very much. And so when you hear one, you kind of notice it. Lots of neighborhood noises today. Is it Tuesday today? Yeah. Interesting. Be interesting to see how it looks flipped. I like the definite sharpness of this going on here. I feel like almost it should maybe one, but that might feel too symmetrical. I kind of like the crossing there. We'll see. All right, I might stop there for just a minute, and what I might do is do like a stop motion, and then add that maybe to this, or just upload separately. I think from the last time I talked on the video here is kind of when I just sort of lose sense of what's going on around me, and just am very into the color hitting the surface of the canvas and how it's reacting in different spots. It's a very fun thing. But just a short little break here, and I'll go back, and I think I'll do, like I said, a stop motion from here on out until maybe near the end.